Hi y'all, thanks for tuning in today. I am super excited for today's video because we have some new goodies from Hourglass. They recently released 5 new cream blushes in the exact same format as their Vanish Flash highlighters. I don't know why it's so hard to say Vanish Flash highlighting sticks. The highlighters were in a silver packaging and the blushes are now gold, which I love. When they came out with highlighters, I was like, why isn't the packaging like gold? It's so much nicer. But they probably had it all planned that the blushes are gonna be gold, and a wild guess, they're gonna make bronzers and the bronzers are gonna be in rose gold packaging. Let's take some bets now. I'm a diehard fan of the Vanish Flash highlighting sticks. This is in the shade Champagne Flash and it's one of my favorite highlighters. So when I saw that they launched blushes in the same format, cream, yes, I immediately went on their website and ordered 2 shades. I think in total they might have 5 or 6 and the shade range wasn't really that crazy. I think the craziest shade that they had in there was like a red, but everything else was pretty neutral, which is fine because blushes don't need to scream, but a little bit of diversity would have been cool. So the shades I got were Devoted and Sacred, and let's do a fantabulous arm swatch because I'm really great at those. So this is Devoted. Where am I gonna swatch it on my hand here? Devoted looks like this. Is this the lighter shade that I have or is this the darker one? I am super well prepared. Okay, no, Sacred is the darker one. So this one is Sacred and this one is Devoted. So Devoted is definitely a more neutral kind of pink, more peachy actually, and then Sacred is like a close to a hot pink. One thing that always happens to me with these, so you twist them up and all is fine, and then you can also twist them down, but the product gets pushed in too high. I think there's like a little gap. I can't twist it fully down anymore. What I have to do is like push it down with my finger to make it flat and so it doesn't go into the cap. This happened to me with the highlighter as well, so just keep that in mind. I thought maybe with the highlighter it was like a once off, but I see this happening with the blushes too. Okay, so let's talk about these guys. For one, yes, packaging is super gorgeous and luxurious, but the price of these is absolutely ridiculous. They're super expensive. I don't know, like, it's just, my heart broke a little bit when I ordered these, but I was like just so damn excited that I have to have them. Hourglass for me is kind of like this little guilty pleasure I need. Whenever I buy something from Hourglass, it's like a full-on commitment and I need to talk myself into it. I'm like, okay, this is an investment and you only use these on special days, and like I have to give myself a whole speech. The products themselves are a cream to powder finish. They are very long wearing if you put them on top of other product. I originally thought that, oh my god, these are gonna be great for like a natural face and I can just put them on my bare face, you know, just have like a little flush in the cheeks, but on the naked skin, they look terrible. They don't blend in well, they just blend out into nothingness, they're blotchy, it just doesn't look good. I do have a video clip here where I applied one of the shades on my right cheek and the other shade on the left side, but it just doesn't look good. And I only had my Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base underneath, so that's why, you know, I was looking a little bit shiny there. But still, that's what I usually do with my other cream blushes. I just put on my moisturizer or primer and then I add my little blush for, you know, a little color, and it's fine. But these ones, they just didn't look good and they don't stay on the skin a long time either. They just wipe into nothingness. So that is definitely a big downfall for me because I like cream products, especially for the natural look. So fail. Having said that, on top of foundation, I think they look great. They blend easy. They don't take away from my foundation. They don't take away from my bronzer, and they last a super long time. We're gonna jump into the video clip where I am applying these and then we're gonna come back. Okie dokie, so on my face I have my tinted moisturizer, concealer, powder, eyebrows, and then also a bronzer from Hourglass. I have on the Natural Bronze Light, which is from their Ambient Edition. God knows which edition this is. This is the latest one they had. This bronzer here is what I have on, and then we're gonna apply the cream blush now on top of all of this. I will show you both. I will show you the first one, Sacred, on my right side. This is the more darker shade, and as I've mentioned before, I don't like to do this. I don't like to put it on my skin. I'm just gonna use my finger for now. And as you can see, on top of like other products, it looks much more like coherent and has a lot more of this cream to powder finish than just on natural skin. And this one I really like. You can build it up definitely, but usually I would just leave it like this. But if you want, you can put a little bit more on the apples of your cheeks. Using my finger for these kind of products is definitely my preferred method of application. The cream blushes in general, they also work really well with a sponge, but just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna use a little brush and I'm gonna apply the shade Devoted on my left cheek. I never actually used a brush with these, so let's see. Okay, that's very decent, but I took a very small amount just in case. Let me take some more. And obviously this shade is a lot more lighter than Sacred is, but I do like using the brush. It's not bad. The only thing I don't like is that the product gets on the, what's this called, Unicard? The product gets on the packaging if you use a brush, because you go kind of like this and then it gets all up in here, which I don't like. So my preferred method would still be using my fingers. However, I can see myself reaching for brushes when I have my nails back. Just to even it out a little bit, I'm gonna put some Sacred on my left cheek so we don't look uneven. Feeling very shiny here, so I might add a little bit more powder because I feel it's really distracting. Okay, that looks a lot better. Have powdered this situation over here. Personally, for me, there's two ways I would go now. So I could either leave this as it is, just the cream blush, and I would add my highlight on top, whether it's the Vanish whether it's the Vanish Flash highlighting stick or any other highlighter that you might use. But if I know I am going to be out and about all day, I would top this up now with a powder blush and then my highlight. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to put any powder blush on because the whole point of the video is to talk about these cream blushes. What I will do is add the cream highlighter on top. This is in the shade Champagne Flash. This is so beautiful, so gorgeous. It's a rebuy, it's my second one. This is my favorite highlighter of life. Again, I am using my fingers to apply, and I know I'm using the middle finger. I'm not flipping you off. It's just what I automatically reach for. It's so beautiful and natural looking. I just love it. Let's add a little bit onto the nose. Just showing you a close-up of how the cheeks look. I have this weird thing that I do. If I'm wearing like Hourglass products, I need to top everything off with the finishing powders that are in this palette. So I would just take either one of these two, maybe even mix them together, and just apply all over the face, over everything. Not really sure if it changes anything, but I feel like it does, and I need to do this as a last step whenever I'm wearing my Hourglass. Okay, let's jump over to some final thoughts. Okay friends, hopefully the application was helpful and informative. Overall, I think they are overpriced. With the highlighting stick, I don't feel it, because the highlighting stick, that one, I don't know, it makes me feel so good, and so it's like so luxurious when I put it on, and I'm really happy with it. And the highlighting stick I can also wear on my bare skin, and it gives me that nice glow, and it's not blotchy, it doesn't fade away, it just works better. The cream sticks, yeah, no, they don't work. So to use them on a natural look, yes, I mean, you can just put a little bit of powder on and you don't need to do a full face, but I wanted to use them without any base makeup. If you are a makeup collector and also like a packaging snob, I think these are pretty great to have in your collection, and they look really good. But if you're just looking for a blush, then I wouldn't spend my money on it. The Fenty cream blushes are amazing. They're not like totally cheap, but they're way more affordable than these guys. I haven't found a cream blush in the drugstore yet that I love, so if you know of any good recommendations, leave them in the comments for me and everybody else who's watching this video. I don't think I have anything else to add to the blush sticks. A little bit of a disappointment for me. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye.